Actually, I have an orange shirt, but no, so I'm not dressed up in orange this time.
Oh,
Oh, are we? Oh,
yes.
yeah. Being live streamed. Thank you, Ma'am Dan.
So magandang hapon po mga kapatid. Kamusta? Meron tayong nagbabalik. Kamusta, Jen? How are you?
Mabuti po. How's the Pix Pro community getting bigger? Congratulations po.
Definitely. We very much support of the sector, dealing with the values of the NCL chapter. So, kamusta naman po? May isa pa bang ako nag-reference dito bilang nagsasalita. Itago na lang natin sa pangalan John Henry Nagkayeta.
Hello.
So, it's
Hello.
been a while, di ba? The
Yeah,
color
it's
of
been
the
a while.
day is orange.
Yes.
Hello,
Can you
Henry.
explain? I say that which you will be introducing later on. So we'll just, sorry, when we do print the file in Filipino, we usually do it in Tagalog. It's like having shift start with a first friend, of course, best friends,
No problem.
have been our very close supporters and members of this. It's been a while. So how's the working with the one in cybersecurity so far for the last 2 years?
Me?
How about you, Sir Dan? You're coming in from Malaysia, is it?
Yes,
How cybersecurity there?
I am from Malaysia.
Yes.
Yes.
You
I
can
am still
understand
in
Tagalog.
Malaysia. Tagalog.
So
Selamat po.
Ah, very good.
Sounds good.
Yes.
Sounds good. Sounds very natural, actually. So how's cybersecurity all in all for the last 2 years? We have several issues coming in the global outbreak. So as cybersecurity professionals, how do you deal with it? What is it to be? Hindi pa tayo official sa passage niya. Kamustahan ka lang ito. So, kamusta naman po ang trabaho? Sige, press down.
Opo, medyo nag-break lang po yung line, pero
Yeah. Line a bit breaking, sorry.
yes, it's a bit breaking. I don't know
Yeah.
if I got your,
Yeah.
Sige,
your question correctly. Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. Ma'am, can you po?
yeah, please.
I think it's the audio po.
Yeah, the audio, yeah. Can I hear the question properly?
Hello, everyone sa online community. Kamusta po kayo dyan?
Hello, everyone.
We're wearing orange for Gigamon because orange is the new black. And today, we'll be giving away jackets po for the viewers. So meron tayong pa-pop quiz. So please stay with us up until the end of the Kwentuhang Cybersecurity session till 6 p.m. Magandang hapon po mga ka-Pix Pro.
Until 6 p.m.?
Yeah. Now I'm reading some comments in our Facebook section, comment section. Okay. Miss Arlene is back. Ma'am Arlene, I'll greet po yung mga audience po natin. Is that okay? While she's having problem with the audio. Pero po, mag-greet po ako. Good afternoon, everyone. Sir SJG, my sis Cheryl Terrado, Albert Remo, Christopher Sondizon, Laguatan, Sir Jesse, Loretta. Talagang inano na ma'am, ano? Ma'am, sorry. Tutulungan kita, Ma'am Arlene, dahil may problem lang po sa audio si Ma'am Arlene. Sir Rafi, Placido, Sir Lumaban, Crisos, good afternoon po. Pa-comment naman po mula saan po kayo nanonood. Ako po ay nasa kotse ngayon. I'm just in the side of the road. Good afternoon po. Sir Doc Perez, good afternoon. Sir Antonio, Sir Madilla.
So there's a lot of people joining from Facebook.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yes.
subsequently it's on Facebook, or how this thing will play out?
Yeah. So now we're streamed live via Facebook. So say hi to your fans, Vladimir.
Hi everyone.
Mukhang nagkaka-audio problem po ako. Wait lang. Po.
We cannot see you,
Oh,
Vlad.
si Sir John
Sorry guys,
Tesoro.
Can you hear
I'm
me?
mobile.
Medyo maingay lang sa paligid.
Yes po, Ma'am Arlene, it's better now. Your audio is better now po.
Oh, yeah, better.
Can I say hi
Without
po to Sir
without
John
camera?
Tesoro Juanillo. He's watching from Antipolo City. Hello po.
Pero lang aking boses.
Okay, shall we start po ba, ma'am?
Okay. Sige po. Can you hear me properly na po ba?
Yes,
This is
better
Oh,
now.
now better.
Yeah.
Yes.
Better
Yes,
po.
thank God.
Much better, yes.
Okay, thank you very much. So how was it? So going back to my question, how was 𝐒𝐿 for the last few days since we had that massive global outage? How did it affect your operations, your daily work as cybersecurity professionals?
Anybody from my team would you like to answer?
Let's start with question, of
Henry?
course.
Oh, well, in our
Yes.
case, I mean, well, basically I'm not affected at that time because I'm on Mac. But I know that there have been a lot of, our customers from the banks and from airlines. But like what they said, there's no such thing as unhackable. There's no such thing as 100% safe. What is important is we're ready for all the things that might happen, and that's why visibility might be a key as well. So actually, we're excited for what we're going to discuss today, because we're like to evangelize on how we can protect all points, whether it's on-premise, virtualized environments, or cloud, etc. But what are your thoughts, Danny, Henry, and Vlad?
Shall I
Let's start with you, Danny. Yeah.
All right. So for myself, in my opinion, it is, like what Miss Jen has mentioned just now, nothing is safe. You never know when you're going to get breached. What's most important is you have the visibility, right? Because you cannot protect what you cannot see. So that's why visibility is very important, especially to the great tools that you purchase to protect your network and your infrastructure. Because now attack surface has increased, right? Not just contained in the physical data center wall. You have your private cloud, and then you move some applications, some servers into public cloud, right? So you need to rethink how you can protect your environment now, where with diverse environment, and of course after COVID. A lot of people now working from home, working from coffee shops, Starbucks, and so on. So we need to think about how you can secure them. Then, of course, the main pillar for security is you need to have the visibility what you want to protect.
Totally agree.
Yep.
The sense.
Totally agree with you, Danny.
How does that work out with that? Yes, sir. Yeah, and as well, in the forefront of course, terms of practices cybersecurity.
I'm sorry?
Anything that you would like to add with that?
Right. So for me, of course, during the outages of CrowdStrike, so actually for us, so it's very important for us to secure, right? Or security in terms of not only providing one aspect of the environment structures, because right now, mostly of the threats are sophisticated enough, right? So we need to have a better security. So of course, if we have a better security, of course, we need to have a foundation in terms of how we secure them. So visibility is the key, right? So I think Danny will discuss it later. So how important is visibility and security, right? So yeah, that's it for me.
So, President, balik lang tayo sa ating mga online viewers from different areas. Actually, may mga nakita na ako dito from the different chapters across the country. We have Sir 𝐂𝐥𝐸𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬 and Sir Jessie. And then one of our upcoming officers in Pittsburgh, Bulacan chapter. Nabanggit ko namin kanina si President ko ay Tubo Bulacan. Tama ba? Tubo Bulacan ka, President?
Opo.
So, yes, Taal na taga Bulacan. So, ito po, makikita niyo rin po sila doon. So, Sir Ray Navarro Franchise, magandang hapon po sa inyo. And of course, I see familiar faces. And dito rin po si Sir Rodito, kamusta po kayo? So, President, I know that you have a lot of things to discuss regarding 𝐒𝐿, regarding cloud infrastructure, and of course, the technology that you would like to introduce to us. So allow me to give a short background about the topic that we're going to discuss with us for today's cybersecurity. So we all know that digital transformation is here. We can talk about it, and there is nothing more that we cannot hide in terms of technology and digitalization, of course, of our modern transformation in terms of our computers and technology. So, however, one of the things that we have to bear in mind in terms of digital transformation is, of course, maintaining a secure cloud infrastructure, because we have to admit everything is worked now within the cloud. So how do we go about that? And in terms of best practices, strategies, and techniques, what can 𝐒𝐿 teach us to better secure our cloud infrastructure? So to give us a very comprehensive discussion about that, I will give the floor first to President, of course, our beloved President, to give us an introduction as well of 𝐒𝐿, your team, and what we're going to discuss for today's session.
Thank you very much, ED Arlene. I missed this. Nabigla kong na-miss ang Pix Pro. I used to host this as well every Friday. So magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. I am Jennifer Tan. I am the Country Manager, Regional Sales Director of 𝐒𝐿 Philippines. And with me, actually, I asked my team to wear orange because orange is the new black. Unfortunately, though, Vlad didn't receive the memo. Sorry, Vlad, that's my fault.
I didn't receive the memo as well.
Yeah, so Vlad, yeah, I'm sorry about that. So Vlad is the Director for Sales Engineering, and he's based in Singapore. Say hello, Vlad.
Hi, everyone. Pleasure being on this broadcast, and thank you for joining.
Thank you very much, Vlad. With me as well is Henry Relieta from 𝐒𝐿, Philippines. He is my sales engineer.
Right. Hello. Good morning. Good afternoon, everyone.
And of course, now before I introduce our speaker, by the way, please stay for our session up until 6, because 𝐒𝐿 is giving away jackets for our viewers today, for the commenters of our video. So there will be po questions sa pop quiz, no? 3 jackets po yung pamimigay, care of 𝐒𝐿 and Westcon Philippines. Hello, Betong. Hello, Albert Remo. Thank you for providing the jackets. So yeah, without further ado, allow me to introduce our speaker for today. He is a father to 3 wonderful kids. He has 10 years of experience in pre-sales engineering with variety background and experience in web security, data security, and applications. He is also providing solutions architecture advice, to customers from different industries. So without further ado, let me give you Mr. Danny Chang, 𝐒𝐿 Sales Engineer for Southeast Asia. Danny, the floor is yours.
Good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, thank you very much to Philippine Pix Pro for having me here today. Let me share my screen. Can everyone hear me, by the way?
Yes, Danny, loud and clear.
Can you see the slide properly? Yes.
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 All right.
Go ahead, Danny.
All right. Good evening, good afternoon, everyone. Okay, I don't need to introduce myself. Ms. Jen had introduced. Thank you, Ms. Jen. So today I'm going to talk about how and what should we do, right, to protect and secure our cloud infrastructure. Cloud doesn't mean just pure cloud. right? It can be hybrid cloud, it can be multi-cloud environment. And of course, how we can enable ourselves to be able to protect our infrastructure, our intellectual property, our confidential data, how we better secure them. Then in terms of visibility, what 𝐕𝐵𝐺𝐵 can help in that sense, all right? Sorry, is my slide moving?
No, it's not, Danny.
Okay, welcome to Malaysia. Service provider,
There
please
you
know here.
go.
Okay, so this will be the agenda. I hope everyone knows 𝐕𝐵𝐺𝐵, but I will introduce 𝐕𝐵𝐺𝐵, what we do and why it is very important. Okay, and go through some of the cloud complexity, why everyone is talking about cloud, but moving to the cloud, but we still find it difficult, right? Still find it very hard to protect ourselves, right? To protect the services that we move to the cloud. And then we find it challenges as well, because why? You always think about when we have certain infrastructure, certain perimeter defense that you have deployed in our data center. So we always think about, do we want to move it to the cloud or not, right? So there are different teams using different environment, different tools inside the cloud. That is also another challenge. So we think about how 𝐕𝐵𝐺𝐵 can fit in inside your security strategy. So in the end, we have Q&A. We have many experts here, so can answer all your questions, all right? So I want to say along my presentation, please pay attention, because I think some of the question will pop up suddenly, all right? Okay, I just want to introduce what 𝐕𝐵𝐺𝐵 does, and then why you should think about to have 𝐕𝐵𝐺𝐵, right, in your environment, in your infrastructure. So think about, this is our current environment, current network infrastructure. Of course, we have all these wonderful, our routers, core switches, and so on. And then we buy all these wonderful security solution to protect our environment. When you have one or two, I think that is fine. But then when we have many security solution function that we want to use to protect, right, our network infrastructure, then it starts to get very complicated, right? You have one firewall, two firewall, you have a web gateway, and then we have our SIEM for logging capability. We have our email gateway, right? So it gets very complicated, because all these security functions, security appliance, it needs to connect to our network, right? Whether it is inline or make a copy of the network traffic. So it gets very complicated. So we have all this complexity arises now, right? One of it is blind spot. Okay, so maybe there are some of the function or limitation on our security solution, security appliance, right? You want to monitor one network segment, no problem. If you want to monitor 10 network segment, there is a problem, right? So there is a blind spot, right? Then cost. If you want to monitor all network segment, you need a lot more port, right? Then you need to upgrade your network security appliance or monitoring appliance to a bigger box, right? So you spend more money. Then of course, it creates inflexibility, right? So today, maybe you have, let's say, 2 or 3 appliances, security appliances, or 5. But in future, in next year, you have another new project, new initiative. You want to have another new technology or new security appliance that you want to connect into our infrastructure in your network. That is very hard, right? So these are the complexity. That's where 𝐕𝐵𝐺𝐵 comes in. What 𝐕𝐵𝐺𝐵 does, what 𝐕𝐵𝐵 helps our customer is to enable the network connectivity, the infrastructure to be more simple, right? So you think on the left-hand side just now, right? Very complex, right? Everything haywire, connected to everywhere. Think about on the right-hand side, when 𝐕𝐵𝐺𝐵 comes in, we have 𝐕𝐵𝐺𝐵. We connect where you want to monitor all connected to Gigamon. And the tools just now, right? Your security tools, security function appliances, monitoring appliances, get the network traffic from Gigamon. Okay, so Gigamon helps our customer to eliminate blind spot, right? To enable better security, right? Because all the network segment that you want to monitor, Gigamon will get the network traffic for you. The tools on the far right, you don't need to connect directly into your network, right? Enable better security because we eliminate blind spot. So your network are more efficient, right? No need so complex like before. And the tools that you have are more efficient as well, right? Because when Gigamon sits in the middle, we enable you to send only relevant traffic to the tools that it needs them. If you need to see web traffic, we send web traffic. You need email traffic, we send email traffic, right? So of course, better agility, right? That eliminate the inflexibility just now. You have new tool, next year you want to buy new appliance, just connect to Gigamon. Okay, no need to worry where to connect inside our infrastructure, right? Very easy, very efficient. Okay, so remember, we enable better security, efficiency, and agility. Okay. Okay, when we talk about cloud, right? These are the trends that we, Gigamon have done a couple of study with a couple of customers worldwide, right? And of course, due to digital transformation, a lot of, a lot of industry, a lot of enterprises, right? Move some of the application or the services into the cloud, okay? So this creates some challenges, right? Because when we move application to the cloud, right? Typically, we have emerging teams, right? So I think right before, when we have just physical data center, we have our network operation team and even security operation team only, right? And once we go into digital transformation, there are different teams now, right? We have our developer and we have our cloud operation team that manages the cloud environment, right? And then we still have our developer security operation team, right? So usually we know that these teams don't talk to each other, right? Security don't really talk to network, right? But ideally, security is the goal, right? Okay, so think about different team use different tools, right? Network operation use networking tools, network monitoring tools that accept packet, right? They want to get packet. Developers like cloud operation guys or teams, they use observability tools, right? Observability tools like, for example, these are the example like New Relic, Elastic, Dynatrace, where they use it to understand how their infrastructure is performing, right? Inside the cloud, inside the application, for example. And then on the right-hand side, our network operation team is all packet-based tool, right? Think about network operation, you have, your Riverbay, your PRDG, your packet capture tool. When you talk about security, where it requires packet, you have your NDR capability, right? But yeah, these two are separate, right? One packet, one using, taking logging kind of thing. So they are very siloed, taking different telemetry also, right? One is packet-based tool, the other one is log-based tool, right? Metrics, event, logs, and traces. But of course, all of these guys, they have the same security function, right? They will use SIEM to monitor both sides, right? To do security detection. When there's incidents, they can have a response capability from the SIEM and so on, right? So think about when in our environment, when you have different teams, right? Network operation, security operation, and so on, using different set of tools, right? So remember in our very first slide just now, different set of tools require different set of telemetry, right? That is used to process, to understand the infrastructure, right? I use packet-based tool. Henry will use observability tools, right? So we get different telemetry. So it is not consistent, not unified information that we get, right? So you look at the bottom, if we have deep observability pipeline from Gigamon, right? That we derive all this information from network, right? So we capture, we generate application metadata from network intelligence. So we complement each other, right? We complement packet-based, we complement melt the metrics, event, logs, and traces. So all the teams on top that uses different tools, they have the same unified information, right? That can be ingested into all the tools that they use. So they have information from their melt, the event logging traces, right? That they have. And they also have the information from the network-based metadata that Gigamon generate. Okay. So of course, it is very important, right? Different tool set, but we will have unified information here for the tools that they use. All right. Now, it's quiz time.
Pop quiz time. Hello, everyone. Hello, Chairman Angel Redoble. So I am your game master. Back at it again. So ano po
Hello,
ito?
good afternoon.
Good afternoon po.
Switch
Good afternoon, sir.
Ayun po. So, gigauge lang po natin kung nakikinig ang ating online community. But of course, nakikinig po ang ating PixPro community for today. Napakasimple lang po ng first question natin based on sa na-discuss kanina ni Danny. We'll be giving away jackets po right at your doorstep. So, whoever gets the first answer will be receiving a jacket from Gigamon. So, the first question is, Danny, please.
Next.
What are the 3 Gigamon values for customer? Give at least only one. So let me simplify the question. If you have the visibility to your network, how will it benefit you? Just answer lang po sa comment section. So what do you think are the values of having the visibility in your network?
Can I answer?
I think may isa na tayong question.
Network connectivity, simpler visibility. I think I will accept that because if you have network connectivity, simpler visibility, then that will run you'll have efficiency. So yes, congratulations po, Miss Macjan Sena. Can you show the answer, please? So the answers are better security, efficiency, and reduction of tool cost. Ang galing po ni Mr. Macjan Sena, nakikinig po. Yan.
In-encapsulate na lahat, sir.
PM na lang po kita mamaya. Salamat po. Sige po, babalik ko na po ulit kay Danny. Danny?
Kaya
Yes.
si Joseph, kompleto yung kay Joseph. Nahuli lang.
Opo. Wow! Ang grabe naman po si Sir Edwin Garcia. Visibility, performance, security. Ang galing po. Saka po security po. Sige, di bali po, may second at third question pa po tayo. Bawi po mamaya. So, Danny, you may continue, please. Congratulations, sir.
Okay. All right. Let me continue. Okay. So, like I said just now, how Gigamon will fit or enable better security, not just use the packet-based, then we ingest the packet, network packet. So remember I talked about our Gigamon observability pipeline, right? We derive network intelligence and generate the metadata, right? So think about when we generate metadata, we create a lot of different use cases for our customers' observability tools, right? For example, here, observability tools that you name it, Dynatrace and so on, or even our customers' SIEM tool. Why that I say that Gigamon observability metadata generation is very important, or bring more context, right? Bring more context into all these tools here, okay? And different use cases, of course, right? So think about last time when a solution that uses the melt metrics, event, logs, and traces, all right? The logs that is being used, right, that is being ingested, traditional 5-tuple information. I mean 5-tuple as in like, you think about our phone bill, right? Our phone bill, you will only have time, right? The caller number, right? And how long? That's it, right? So with deep observability, think about as an example, I still have time. I still have the caller number, right? Who is the recipient number? But with the our Gigamon deep observability metadata, we are able to tell more context. How about I add on this caller calling from which device, for example, or maybe calling from WhatsApp, calling from Viber, for example, right? So bring more context. So think about, we complement the observability tools, the SIEM tools, where we are able to help our customer to think about when we add certain more context information, network related information, okay? We then will be able to help a customer to look at the application slowness. Is it related to network or application slowness? Because a lot of times when application is slow, network guys will always get the complaint, right? Will always get the blame, right? Why network slow? Now we complement with all these tools, right? With network information, right? So a customer can now compare whether the application slowness, it is really caused by network, right? We complement each other, okay? So there are a lot of things with net observability tools, with Gigamon observability pipeline. We are also able to tell what are the application that is running in our customer's environment, the protocols that is being used, right? We can always say network, NG, next generation firewall can all solve all this part of security solution, security experience, right? Or security challenges, right? Think about this. Our firewall is deployed at the perimeter, right? We always talk about east-west, lateral movement. We need to have that visibility. Okay. So another one, right? Another use cases that we complement with the customer security operation. Okay, think about this when we generate metadata and we feed into customers' security solution, right? For example, like SIEM, we bring more context, like I said just now. Okay, so for example, security operation, if we are providing web services, encrypted HTTPS web services for customer that is installed with HTTPS certificate, we are able to show that what are the certificate that is going to expire, right? Whether there are old security ciphers, TLS ciphers that is being used inside the web services, right? So that is very important. Then inside our security operation team will know whether there is any extra certificate that is going to expire, whether there are certain TLS or SSL information, right? SSL ciphers that is not strong enough, we need to upgrade, for example, right? Like I said just now, we have what we call the application discovery. We are able to tell with the metadata, right? What are the non-standard port application that is running in our environment that is using non-standard port? Then maybe from our security operation are able to look at what application or what server that is using that application on non-standard port, right? Is it behaving weirdly? Is it behaving abnormally, for example? Okay. Then of course, a lot of times, in our customer environment, they also don't know whether they are, unknown application that is running inside the environment, right? Like, yeah, I don't have P2P, I don't have crypto mining activity, I'm pretty sure. But until you run application discovery, not just for north-south, as well as lateral or east-west traffic inside our environment, inside our network. Right. So the last point here I want to say is visibility, of course, isn't security, but we make it much better, a better visibility into our environment. All right. So when we move to cloud, right, a lot of times we talk about, whether is it sufficient enough? Is it already sufficient, right? That we use the cloud native observability that is provided by our cloud provider, right? But think about this, the metadata from network intelligence, it is very, very important for security, right? So when you have, our services that you deploy into cloud environment, not just one cloud and multi-cloud, right? With the same unified visibility from the network, then we are able to see what services or what workloads there's, the SLAs, right? Whether the application is up, whether there is latency that's happening inside our services. So you can think about when we deploy our services inside the cloud, right? Is it secure? Like I said just now, is it having the strong cipher or strong TLS encryption that is enabled inside our cloud environment? Not just one cloud. If you have multi-cloud that is being deployed, if you have your services that you deploy in the multi-cloud environment, right? So you have the same visibility that you have inside our environment, right? For example, when we have services that is enabled inside our multi-cloud, right? Suddenly, maybe there is a weird servers that pop up inside our, for example, inside our AWS or inside our Azure, right? So with the visibility that you have in the network intelligence, right, it will able to tell you that there are a weird behavior, weird anomaly that is happening inside our infrastructure. Okay. All right. Quiz time again.
Quiz time! Ayan, grabe po ang winner natin kanina ay taga Mandawi City pa po pala. So ang layo po ng nararating ng Pix Pro. So hello po Sir John, congratulations po ulit. For the second question, the winner of our next jacket. So again, fastest po na makapag-provide ng sagot, hihirapan po natin. So Danny, can you give me the second question please?
Yep.
How 𝐤𝐸𝐸 observability pipeline provides metadata? I think ano yan? Sorry, fill in the blanks, right? Can you hit one more? Press one more.
Oh, yes. Fill in the blanks.
Yeah, fill in the blanks. Fastest finger first. How 𝐤𝐸𝐸 observability pipeline provides metadata? Fill in the blanks. I'm waiting for the right answer, online community.
Sir, Mr. Chair,
Congratulations, Sir Angel. Ang bilis sumagot ni Sir Angel. Sir Angel, ano po ba? I-donate mo daw po ba?
wave na ba?
Wave.
Wave ni Sir.
Wave na.
And eto Sir, suki na po ito. Napakagaling, napakabilis sumagot. Congratulations, Mr. LJ Rufon, our winner for the second jacket. The answer is network packets. Okay? So ipipm po kita, Sir LJ.
Network packets.
Yes, congratulations. Salamat po. May third, pa po tayo question. So please continue, Danny, on your presentation, and congratulations to Mr. LJ Rufon.
All right. So think about this, right? So remember inside our very first slide, right, how 𝐤𝐸𝐸 observability pipeline, we enabling your security. So we capture, right, information telemetry for all infrastructure, okay, from all infrastructure for different environment, right? It can be a physical data center, It can be coming from your virtual environment, or it can be your public cloud, right? So Gigamon, we are very vendor agnostic, all right? We are very vendor agnostic. We integrate together and collaborate with 200 plus partners, right? 2 partners, technology partners. So think about this, better security with Gigamon and integrate with a variety of technology partners. Oops. So think about this, right? This is what we do. In a nutshell, under the hood, this is what we do. So we provide 4 feature function. Very simple, right? We access network traffic, network packet from your environment, from your infrastructure. We enable brokering. That means we send relevant traffic to the relevant tools, right? Remember, if you need web traffic, I send web traffic, okay? If you need email traffic, we send email traffic. All right. If the tools require to receive logging, metadata, or logs, so think about this, right? So this is where we transform and we enrich, right? So we understand the packet, we will transform them. We will tell this packet is what application. If you need metadata or logs for your observability tools, we will transform into metadata and send it to that tools. Okay? It's simple. So what does it mean for cloud security, right? So we need to have an end-to-end visibility with a solution. This is what Gigamon brings, right? We help our customers' infrastructure to eliminate blind spots. Okay? Definitely with, after we eliminate the blind spot, all our security solution will be able to detect, right, better security or vulnerability that will exist in north-south and east-west traffic, even containers or encrypted traffic, right? So like we say, or we discussed in the very beginning, visibility is the foundation of security, right? If we just rely on metrics, events, logs, and traces, it is not enough. Think about our phone bill, right? Our phone bill only have date, phone number, that's it, right? We need to bring better context into the phone bill, right? Of course, Gigamon delivers high fidelity traffic, right, and metadata to enhance our security tool, okay? To enhance our security tool. Okay. Different environment, multi-cloud, physical data center at the bottom, and then you have different public cloud environment and private cloud environment. All one single platform on Gigamon. We generate Gigamon observability pipeline from network intelligence, send it to your tools for better security. Eliminate blind spot, we send relevant network information to the relevant tools. The tools are better, the tools are more efficient. We send relevant traffic only, the tools better cost saving. Think about this again. I think this will be my last slide. Think about this. We have different set of observability tools, right? It can be packet, it can be observability tools, but here it is observability tools. Think about this. They are all taking into telemetry from metrics, events, logs, and traces, right? So they need to install agent, definitely. So what will be the challenges, right? So we have different environment, different infrastructure, different services, different virtual machine, different servers and all, living in different infrastructure, right? So of course, we can't just rely on Melt, right? So think about this. If we have a cyber criminal that successfully comes into environment, right? They maybe can disable logging, right? They can disable logging. Or the logs are mutable. They can modify the logs, right? Then what happened to the information that is being gathered on these tools? So that's where we need information or intelligence from network. So this is where 𝐿𝐵𝐵𝐺𝐵 comes in. For cloud, we have our cloud solution, again, taking into network packet, right? And transform into metadata. Okay. So think about this. When I ask you to install agent, okay, some of the devices, right? Some of the machine, some of the traditional machine, they cannot install this particular agent. What happens to them? That's where we need packet intelligence, network packet intelligence, right? Going into 𝐵𝐵𝐺𝐵, we send it to these tools, right? We can't just rely on mail. Then we have all these different use cases that I show a couple of slides ago, right? Security use cases as well as network troubleshooting use cases. Okay, we have different use cases. So as a summary, right, 𝐵𝐵𝐺𝐵, we help our customers to eliminate blind spots, right? Detect vulnerabilities, north, south, east, west traffic. Can be in container as well, and as well as encrypted traffic, right? Our network intelligence plus MELT-based observability tools, right, is the foundation for security. Again, at the end, our 𝐵𝐵𝐺𝐵 delivers high fidelity traffic, right, and metadata to optimize and better security for observability tools. Okay, that will be my last slide. But there's another question. Quiz time.
Of course, is the last question for the day. But before that, I want to say hi to President Ruby. Magandang hapon, Pres Ruby. Sabi niya, sana all may jacket. So, ibibigay na po natin ang third and last jacket for today. Ready na po ba kayo, mga Kapix Pro? Okay, faster finger po ulit. Now, the third question is, fill in the blanks po ulit. 𝐵𝐵𝐺𝐵 helps to eliminate blind spots in, medyo mahaba po yan, blank, 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 and blank. So again, 𝐵𝐵𝐺𝐵 helps to eliminate blind spots in blank, blah, blah, blah. What is the answer? By the way, the jackets are courtesy of 𝐵𝐵𝐺 and Westcon Solutions Philippines. Shout out to Albert Remo. Ang bilis sumagot po ng ating viewers at ang nakakuha po ng fast tests, pinakamabilis ay si Sir po ba ito? Jed Garcia. The answer is, can you flash the answer, Danny, please? And the answer is north, south, and east, west.
West.
Yes. Ang galing ni Sir Angel, sumasagot siya talaga. Nakakatawa si Sir Angel. Okay po. And, oo, ang bilis mo rin, Sir Angel. Pero, Sir, naunahan ka po ni Sir Jed Garcia. Congratulations, Sir Jed. You are the winner of our third jacket for today. Yun lamang po at maraming salamat. I-PM po kita, Sir Jed. Thank you po.
Can you stop sharing the presentation, Sir Danny, so that we can have you in full screen to entertain our question? Yes. Stop sharing.
Okay. Thank you, Danny.
Okay.
Very comprehensive, no? And indeed, visibility has been a battle cry that until today, very few entities have achieved the visibility aspect. Not so long ago, we drumbeat the visibility aspect in cybersecurity. No, you cannot prevent what you cannot see, and you cannot respond to what you cannot see. No? So 𝐵𝐵𝐺𝐵 in its features and capabilities definitely can help in improving doing cybersecurity for all types of entities. As you mentioned, you are technology agnostic.
Yeah.
We have a comment here from Mr. Albert Remo. Logs are after the fact, and agents can be intrusive and resource intensive. Taps and mirrors are real time. Install once and connect to and collect for all. Well, I couldn't agree more, no?
Yes.
Especially on the agents. We know what happened to global outage. It was caused
Yes.
by an agent, no? So it seems that installing agents is now a high risk initiative, no? Because of what happened. And if we can move away from deploying agents, I think that's the best, no? But still get the needed cybersecurity capabilities. Do you have questions, Arlene?
Yes, Mr. Chair. Actually, this one I think is connected to what Sir Albert was mentioning a while ago. So, what is the biggest challenge in the implementation of GigaMon in an organization at the moment, and what are the most critical changes that we must make to face the future of GigaMon effectively? So, challenges and changes.
Challenges and changes in the environment, right?
No,
And
maybe the question is how challenging it is to deploy GigaMon, both in the technical perspective, administrative perspective, and change management perspective.
So it is not challenging. It is always, we need to take the first step, right? We need to take the first step. We need to understand what are the current challenges ourselves when you have a different set of tooling, I would say, your security tools and even your monitoring tools, for example, right? What are all the challenges? To deploy GigaMon, it is just a one-time work, spend one time or tap one time into our solution, our platform, and then out from our platform, we will deliver the relevant information, relevant telemetry, relevant packet to the tools that you need, right? So it is not challenging to deploy GigaMon. It is not challenging to better secure the environment, right? Because last time we always think about limitation, right? One way to think of it, right? I have one security tools, right? I want to monitor all. Okay, cannot. I do not have enough port, right? So that creates blind spot, right? That creates blind spot. So with GigaMon, we enable visibility, north, south, east, west, covers all lateral movement, right? We capture everything into GigaMon platform. We send it to the tools required.
But Danny, how do you deploy the GigaMon platform? Will you need to reconfigure the network environment? Is there any changes needed to be made on the core routers or the other routers? How do you do that? How do you ingest the network packets?
Deploying tab, right? Deploying tab, physical tapping, you don't need to make changes in the network. You don't need to configure anything on the switch. You don't need to configure anything on the router. Physical tab. Of course, if you configure span port
on the switch,
yes,
on the network?
Yes, in between, a device in between.
But is there a port mirroring configuration or anything?
If we talk about port mirroring, yes, we need to configure the switch to do port mirroring.
Okay, so there is a configuration needed.
It's not just port mirroring. Physical tapping don't need.
Because that's where the challenge usually arises, no? Especially when you are deploying in a heavily or highly critical environment. Because you tell the network guys, hey, let's deploy this, and you need to do this in your router. You know,
Yes.
network people, IT people, they're not the same as cybersecurity guys who are so aggressive. No, let's do it because we want to improve cybersecurity. We want to have visibility, but network guys and IT guys are always protective of their environment, and if it's running, don't touch it, right? If it's operational, do not do anything. And the moment you tell them, let's connect this device, and we need to configure something, even if it's a very uh, uh, easy configuration, easy to do configuration, it is what it is. That's the tradition, that's the norm. You talk to network, they will never touch the device or the router or the switch if it's running. So did you not encounter these issues?
That's where we deploy tab.
Okay.
Just deploy tab. We don't touch any configuration on your network switch, sir. We deploy network tab. So, of
Okay.
course,
So in that manner, you deploy network tab, and then how are the network packets received by the GigaMon device? I mean, it's just that easy.
yeah. So inside the tab, right? Inside the tab, it is built in what we call a mirror film to a monitor port. So nothing needs to be configured on the switch itself. So we just connect the cable from our monitor port into GigaMon platform.
The monitor port.
Yeah, the monitor port, yes.
Monitor port.
Yeah.
That's what you need, the monitor port.
Yes. So that's where there is always a lot of discussion between tab or port mirror, right? Tab or port mirror. Port mirror, cheaper way to get network packet. You don't need to buy one more device. But port mirror, of course, there is disadvantages. You need to configure. You need switch resources to do port mirroring, right? So those are the disadvantages. But in terms of security, what we see in our region here, for security, it is always network tapping, physical tapping.
Okay.
Yeah, because if you enable port mirror, remember I said port mirroring require resources from the switch. If the switch is busy, they don't mirror network traffic.
Or it will congest itself.
It will congest itself. Yeah. So if you are being breached at that time, there's no network traffic for your NDR, for example, right? So what do you have? What data do you have for investigation? Yeah, you don't have any.
Do you have questions from the audience?
Big comment here from Sir Albert Rema once again. I repeat, if apps are planned and designed in the early stages, then it will be easy and non-disruptive. But putting apps and mirrors on existing networks will just offer a little downtime, less if network is designed.
Maybe, Danny, you can tell our audience of actual cyber attack without naming the customer name, where GigaMon played a vital role in responding, no, or identifying due to its visibility capability.
I will not say we help to. I will not say we help to stop the breach, stop the cybersecurity attack, right?
No,
I will
because
give-
you don't stop. You provide visibility, right? You help provide visibility. So has there been any previous incident somewhere around the globe?
So for example, a casino that is being breached, right? There is a casino that is being breached, and they found out that the attacker comes in from a thermal sensor inside the aquarium. That is one, right? So can we install an agent into the sensor? Cannot. Can we install EDR agent into the aquarium? Cannot. Right? It is the thermal sensor, it is connected to network. Right? What if Gigamon is there to capture the network traffic and pass it on to the security solution? Potentially, the SecOps team will be able to detect the anomaly network traffic. Right? That is one. Another one, let's say a good example, remember we have a popular firewall, next generation firewall, that's being attacked by its own vulnerability, right? And that particular firewall is doing wget command from the firewall itself, going to a CNC server every 60 seconds, but nobody knows it, right? And what if Gigamon is there to tap the network traffic after firewall or before firewall, between the router, right? And we have that information or network intelligence that is being sent to their security solution. They may be able to detect it, right? My firewall is vulnerable to this. I should patch it, right? Until they find out, oh yeah, this data being breached or exfiltrated, maybe a bit too late, right? Things like that. There are a lot of security use cases. If you have this, yeah, you may prevent what happened. Yeah, that's where we always say visibility is important. You cannot protect what you cannot see.
Is it possible to create a use case to do threat correlation on the Gigamon platform, or you can use Gigamon platform to integrate with the SOC where the threat correlation can occur?
Oh, so our platform, we don't correlate, but we generate the metadata for the security tools for correlation. For example, send it to SIEM for correlation. So we support all these major vendor SIEM. So we generate metadata. So some of the use case that I can think of is, for example, so remember our SIEM, we are taking in logs, right? Logs from network equipment, servers, and so on. But remember, the logs that is being captured is only what is happening within that particular server, right? What is happening outside when you send out a data after leaving the physical network interface? Yeah, you don't capture that inside the logging, right? So that's where Gigamon comes in. So for example, why we integrate metadata into like SIEM? So SIEM, capture the traditional net flow, right? Only got IP address, port number, and so on. So inside this, for example, SIEM, I can only tell you IP address, source IP, destination IP, port number 443. And then you have information like how many bytes that is being sent out. Okay. So if I look at this, port 443, encrypted, trusted, right? All right. If I look at it, yeah, port 443 encrypted, trusted. But if I have Gigamon metadata with application intelligence as well, that correlates into SIEM, right, capability. So like I said inside my presentation, our metadata has application awareness. So now I'm able to tell you IP address, port number 443, application is SSH. That is something not right. Why SSH going through port 443? sending out these bytes. Should we investigate the source IP address? Yes, we should. Right? Because we always think that SSH is used for managing our network equipment, manage our Gigamon, right? But why suddenly SSH is going through port 443? Yeah, one of the use case.
Free. Yeah.
Right.
Definitely a big push to improve
Yes.
the way we do cybersecurity.
Yes, agree.
Arlene, do we have other comments or?
We have plenty po. You steered the lot, so to speak. So from Sir Albert Remo once again, just want to ask how can we go on to protect both environments?
Okay, quickly lang. Can this be deployed in OT environment?
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
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 Okay.
Can.
I think the same question with Jed Garcia, no? There's a question from Edwin. Are there any certifications, courses, or professional organizations you recommend for career development in this Gigamon industry?
Or do you offer
PM is the
career?
key.
Certification.
PM is the key.
PM is the yes, sir.
Of
Of course we do. Yes,
yes,
bro.
we do. Yeah, we have.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
I think we are already at 6:02. Before we get the final messages from our visitors today, I think I saw VP Sheila, no, from the national chapter. Good afternoon, she, and also VP Ellen from the NCR chapter. I think I saw her also, and Roma from Aurora chapter. She's here. Good afternoon. Sino pa ba nakita mo?
Press RD is also watching with us.
President RB from La Union chapter is also here. Good afternoon. Okay. All right. So, Danny, anything you can provide last advice to our viewers in terms of in relation to the power of Gigamon in improving visibility, whereby improving cybersecurity posture?
I would like to say that visibility, it is very important, especially now we are moving into digital transformation journey, as well as moving to the cloud journey. As attack surface widen, as we move to the cloud, visibility is key, because we will never know when or where the cyber criminal will come in from, and whether we have that visibility for our security, right? Because we can have all these wonderful and most expensive security tools that we can buy, we can deploy, but we cannot protect what we cannot see, right? Thank you.
Thank you, Danny. And of course, the
Thanks.
country manager of Gigamon and our very own former president of the NCR chapter of PixPro.
Salamat.
President, what can you impart?
Opo. So on behalf of Gigamon, I would like to thank my PixPro family for having us here once again. Thank you for making Gigamon part of your advocacy to enrich the knowledge of my co-Filipinos, and for continue providing cybersecurity awareness every Friday. Maraming salamat po. So I know I always say that you cannot protect what you cannot see. Maybe some of you might not agree with me on that one, but when I say that visibility is the foundation of cybersecurity, I think that one is something I want to impart to everybody. So maraming salamat po ulit at PixPro family for having us once again.
Thank you, President. I agree with you. I'll be the first to agree with you that visibility is very important. Arlene?
Very much once again, always a pleasure to have you as one of our, not only in that corner, of course, with the years, but also as part of the continuing cybersecurity in the long run. So maraming salamat. And of course, Chairman Angel, thank you for gracing our show this afternoon as well. Presyo na miss ka namin. And sabi nga ni Sir Albert Demo, bitingan naman ng kwentuhan. We focus more not only on technical cybersecurity, but also on our other projects and other activities for our topics. So maraming salamat sa inyo. At maraming salamat po sa ating mga manonood, nakikinig, naka-stream live via Facebook or any other platform na ginagamit ng watch us too. Thank you very much, Mr. Jim.
So thank you, Danny. Thank you, Jen, and I think John Henry is part of your team, no?
Yes.
Thank you for sharing the knowledge today. Visibility indeed is the heart and soul of a successful cybersecurity operation. No? In traditional security initiatives, it's intelligence. No? So intelligence, if you don't have it, your cybersecurity operations will be 50% success and 50% failure. With visibility and with added intelligence information coming from the outside and what you have in the inside, you will be able to define your success rate at a higher, at the highest, if not perfect perspective. However, like any other initiative in cybersecurity, it requires cooperation, it requires coordination, and it requires discipline to each and every part of the organization. Another bitin and very informative session brought to you by our Gigamon partners. And Friday na naman, para sa karamihan ay happy weekend na. Pero sa
Happy weekend.
cybersecurity, happy lang.
Happy lang, walang weekend. Namiss ko yan.
Thank you, Jen. Thank you, Danny.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone.
Everyone.
Thank you, everyone.